One day after the assault on American democracy by a pro-Trump mob defeated, and U.S. President Donald Trump is facing growing for his removal and a staff exodus. Moving to a historic step, congressional Democrats are weighing impeaching President Donald Trump for a second time now. Top Democratic leaders, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, have called for immediate impeachment proceedings in case Vice President Mike Pence and Trump's cabinet refuse to take steps to remove Trump from power. The U.S. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer has called on the Vice President Mike Pence to remove Donald Trump under the Constitution's 25th Amendment. What is the 25th Amendment? It essentially allows the cabinet members to oust a president who has been incapacitated. At least one Republican and 19 Democrats in the House of Representatives also have called for this step.
In calling for this sedition act, the President has committed an unspeakable assault on our nation and our people. I join the Senate Democratic leader in calling on the Vice President to remove this president by immediately invoking the 25th Amendment. If the Vice President and the Cabinet do not act, the Congress may be prepared to move forward with impeachment.
The President's abuse of power, his incitement of a mob against a duly elected representative body of the United States is a manifestly impeachable offense. If there ever was an impeachable offense, what the President did was it.
Meanwhile, Trump ally Republican Senator Lindsey Graham spoke out against Donald Trump's actions. Lindsey Graham is one of Donald Trump's top congressional allies. He had said that Trump must accept his own role in the violence that occurred at the U.S. Capitol, also slamming the president's legal team when it comes to misinformation. Members of Trump's cabinet and allies of the Republican president have discussed invoking a provision of the American Constitution to remove him from office.
There's been a constant effort by people from the president's legal team to provide misinformation, to distort the facts, to make accusations that cannot be proven. That needs to stop. As to the 25th Amendment being invoked, I do not believe that's appropriate at this point. I'm looking for a peaceful transfer of power. I'm looking for the next 14 days to reset, and we will hand off power in a traditional sense by it being a peaceful transfer.
Several members of the Trump administration have resigned as a symbolic gesture against the violence inside Capitol Hill. The U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao resigned, citing the intrusion of the U.S. Capitol building. Chaos has been dominating the U.S. Capitol building, and this was after the American president had instigated that mob. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos became the second Trump cabinet member to quit over the violence. DeVos also submitted her resignation, citing Trump's rhetoric before the assault on the Capitol building. In a series of resignations from the White House staff members, U.S. First Lady Melania Trump's Chief of Staff Stephanie Grisham also resigned on Wednesday. White House Social Secretary Ricky Niketa also quit, as did Sarah Matthews, a Deputy White House Press Secretary.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.